So I was looking through Reddit, and it looks like there's a good number of folks who want to know how to read the radar better, and they want to know what to do with that info that the radar gives us. And I plan to break that down in this video. What is going on, y'all? I go by Ill at Ease, and welcome to another Destiny 2 video. Like I said, this is a real quick overview of the radar, but real quick, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to share it with a buddy who may need help in Crucible. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe and that bell so you don't miss out on any helpful D2 info. With that out the way, let's get into this radar business. This is a rough representation of the radar. The blue arrow represents you, and there are 8 sections surrounding it. For the purposes of this video and getting on one accord, we're going to call the circle area with the arrow in the middle center. The area outside of that, let's call it ring, and then outside of that, we will call edge. So now let's talk radar behavior. When an enemy is in range, the radar is going to pulse red. I have colorblind mode on, so that's why mine's showing yellow, but same difference, it pulses. And when you see the radar pulse red on the center of the radar, that means the enemy can be anywhere between 0 and 5 meters from you. If you see ring pulsing, that means the enemy can be anywhere between 6 and 23 meters away. And then if you see red on the edge of your radar, then the enemy is going to be 24 to 47 meters away from your position. I know these numbers probably don't mean a whole lot to you right now, so I figured I would give you guys a visual of what I'm talking about. Here I've jumped into a private match with Column Kid to show you guys visuals of the radar. Right now center radar is pulsing, so the enemy's right in front of me. I didn't bother showing the extended range of that, which would be 5 meters, because at that point you're either in shotgun range or you're in melee range depending on one's build. Moving on, we can see ring at the beginning range, 6 meters. This is what 6 meters looks like. So you're in shotgun range, you're in SMG range. An enemy can close on you real quick and get a melee in, so just memorize this is what the 6 meters looks like. And next we have the maximum range for the ring sector of your radar. As you can see, there's a huge difference. This is 23 meters. This is what 23 meters looks like. So from 6 to 23 meters, that's a huge difference. We're looking at scout rifle, pulse rifle range. You know, you can get some agile sniper range in there. There's a huge gap in difference, so that's something you should be aware of. So just memorize what the outside range of ring looks like here at 23 meters. At 24 meters, you just start to be on that edge portion of the radar, so you just start to have that little blip on the outside of your radar. Not much difference from before, but yes, it's 24 meters now. But also, if you see a blip on your radar, it also could mean that an enemy is this far out. So this is 47 meters here. Blip on your screen could be anywhere between 24 meters and 47 meters. So just kind of memorize that. That's definitely sniper rifle range. Be careful for those lanes. Now that you kind of got a visual of those ranges, there are a few other things that can affect the behavior of the radar. One of those things is elevation changes. So if your enemy is above you or below you, then your radar is going to still pulse, but it's going to show a lighter color than if they were on the same plane as you. And here we are demonstrating that now. You see here, Column Kid is below me, and my radar has a slight fade to it. Whereas right here, we're on the same plane, so the radar has a more of a bold color to it. So in Destiny 2, the radar isn't going to tell you if an enemy is above you or below you. It's up to you to kind of learn the maps, and that way you'll know where the exits and where the entries are to be able to decide, okay, I know this enemy is above me, or I think this enemy is below me. Okay, so moving on to crouching. Crouching is another way that you can affect radar behavior. When you crouch, you will remove yourself off of your enemy's radar for 2 or so seconds. And you can see Column Kid doing that here. Very nice, very nice. Okay, now. Did you see that? About 2 or so seconds. Hunters can also mess with your radar using their smoke grenades. I bet you there were some hunters out there that didn't even know that. And there was probably people going against hunters wondering why your radar was showing an enemy and no enemy was there. It's because of the smoke bomb. Yep, the smoke bomb. It'll get you every time. And invisibility. Hunters. For your invisibility, it'll take you off your map for 5 seconds. You could be standing up, you could be walking. Just a quick note, if you run though, you will show up on the radar. Yeah, call him kid. I saw you the whole time. And since we're talking about perks affecting the radar, I need to also talk about the exotic for the hunters, Knucklehead Radar and Gemini Jester. But Knucklehead Radar is going to allow you to aim down the sights with your primary weapon, and your radar will always be there even while you're aiming down the sights, where normally your radar will be taken away, and even after you stop aiming down the sights, your radar has a delay of coming back normally. But with Knucklehead Radar, it'll stay up all the time, the whole time you have your primary weapon aiming down the sights. And then Gemini Jester, when the hunter dodges, then it's going to remove the radar for any enemy in a good radius around that hunter, so be aware of that. And then there's also the Night Stalker subclass top tree that comes with the perk Keen Scout, and what that's going to do is give you an enhanced radar. So instead of having 8 sectors for your radar, it's going to give you 12 sectors, so that's going to let you more accurately guess where your enemy's going to be, and then you'll be able to react that much more quickly. So what do you do with all this information? Basically, that's going to boil down to you learning the map. Once you know the maps, then you're able to take in what the radar is telling you and make more accurate guesses on where the enemy is and what they're trying to do. But one way you can use the min and max ranges for your radar to your advantage is by baiting shotgunners. For example, let's say there's a shotgunner around the corner. They're probably 8 meters away from you. They're showing up in your ring sector of your radar. Basically, you back up. You still stay within ring, but you'll back up to that 23 meter range, and this will take some practice so you kind of know. The shotgunner is going to think, oh hey, he's in ring, so he must be 6 meters away from me, or they might not say 6 meters exactly, but they're going to be thinking they're close enough to slide shotgun you or whatever. But really, when they come around that corner, you're going to be so far away you can snipe them, you can hit them with a scout, you can hit them with a pulse. You'll be able to use your primary on them way before they're even able to get to you with that shotgun. Make sense? Well, that's just some of the things that I've learned from messing around in Crucible, but let me know in the comments below what radar tips do you have that's worked for you. But that's going to be it for me today. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please share this video with a friend, because let's all be super literate when it comes to reading this radar and crushing it in the Crucible. If you did like this video, please remember to subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss out on any more helpful Destiny 2 info. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.